folks, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Cartors. Here is a short video of Llewellyn Adams about why he loves his horses.
Goedemorgen mevrouw, mijn naam is Llewellyn Adams. Ik bestel een zeil met mijn bijnaam 10.000. Ik heb van Freedom Farm, La House of Prairie. Ik blijf hier, ik werk gereeld met Mozel en Mozel is mijn gunsteling op hier. Hij maakt me gelukkig en hij laat me vrede in mijn hart gieten. Zo overal wat ik weet, moet je nog meer. Hulle kyk sy kondisie, hulle sien sy kondisie is baie mooi. En vir my is hy baie na my hart. Van hy is my kinders se survival vandag. En hy bring vir my 'n brood en 'n botter in mevrouw.
Guys, we really hope you enjoy that snippet and also hope it gives you a little bit more insight on the role of the working cart horses on the Cape Flats. Today is our last youth episode for the month, but due to level 4, Marika and I are clearly working from home and doing the live stream from our lounge and dining room. Hey, Marika.
Hey, Karen.
So we're not having you next to me, but we kind of like next to each other, but not next to each other. So once again, we are chartering new territory and I hope it goes smoothly without any glitches. And I hope my son remembers to stay in his bedroom with the dogs for now. Folks, I have to say, after interviewing Jolise, Abigail, and Chloe this month, it has instilled a sense of hope in that the younger generation are starting to care and wanting to give back. The majority of our donors are the baby boomers, Generation X and Y. And it would be great to see more youngsters begin the old age tradition of giving and philanthropy, as the love of giving back starts young. That is what Mother Goose does at their daycare center for the little ones. Susan has 3 different charity tins in the lounge, one of them obviously being ours, and every Friday they bring coins and donate to a cause of their choice. Alcana House in Bloberg also instills the value of giving back to their grade 1 learners. Every year, they used to visit us and experience our horses need to be cared for, and they can also see where their donations are going to feed, shoes, and so much more. And each one knows that they are actually making a difference. The screams and delights in these children when they come and feed the horses with carrots and apples is absolutely priceless. But due to COVID, we have not seen them in 2 years, and we do miss those beaming little faces. Next up is Marika to tell us about the Ockett family.
Hi, everybody. I don't know if you remember in month of May, we showed you a short video of Boy Ockett telling us how he grew up with his donkey, Saki. So this is a short little video about a mare that used to belong to Boy that he's now signed over to us. In the last bit of her life, he used her as a brood mare, and then he decided to sign her over to us.
It's a happy, sad day as Inspector Diana Tritter drives into Bonteheuwel. She stops in the street in front of the house of Nasruddin Ockett. She is greeted by his wife, who says that Boy, as he is known, was in his horse Blondie's stable until late the previous evening, and that he was up again early, washing her and brushing her mane and tail. Their son, Ismael, refused to go to school this morning. He, too, wants to see where Blondie will be going. Today, Blondie is moving to the Cart Horse Protection Association's Recovery and Rehabilitation Centre in Gordons Bay. She has been in the Ockett family all her life. Although she hasn't worked the last number of years and was mainly used for breeding, Boy has decided that it would be in her best interest for her to be signed over to our care. This has not been an easy decision for him. A few months prior, someone he knew asked if they could have her, and he let her go, seeing as she was no longer working. A few weeks later, however, he saw her again and took her back without hesitation, as she had lost too much condition in his opinion. Boy is a very kind-hearted, soft-spoken person and knows that he will be under pressure again to give her up to other people who want to continue to breed from her for her beautiful, bright golden colour. Therefore, he has decided that the best option would be to sign her over. They bring her out into the street, and the little mare, who normally loads without any issues, is hesitant to get into the horse box. She can sense that something is up, and it takes almost 30 minutes to coax her patiently into the horse box. Boy and his son drive out with Diana to see her off to her new home. They unload her and take her to the new stable, where they are left to say goodbye in peace. It is well known that the Ockets horses pine for their owners whenever they have been brought to the R&R for injuries before, and Diana hopes that Blondie will not pine for them for too long. Thank you, Boy, for entrusting your darling Blondie to our care. On a happy note, despite the fact that Blondie was over 20 years old, she has been adopted and will be living out the rest of her life at her adoptive home in a herd on a farm.
Wow, what an amazing story.
I'm just having a little issue getting myself back on the screen.
I think it's this
Sorry.
weather, Marika. Oh my goodness.
So we've introduced you to most of the Ockets family, but there's actually a reason why we showed you this video. It's the last episode that we're focusing on the youth, and we really wanted to have a live interview with Ismael Ockets. He is a wonderful grade 11 boy, and he was so excited about doing this interview with us. And then the weather played tricks on us, and we couldn't get the signal right, so we couldn't. He wasn't able to live stream. He was very dedicated though, and he made us a short little video. So we're going to show you that. It's just about his hopes and his dreams and what he hopes to do when he leaves school. As Karen mentioned, we're doing things remotely for the first time. Every time we get into things and we think we've got it now, then we get another little
changes.
glitch in the way. But we're carrying on. So please stay with us, like, share, follow on YouTube and Facebook. And here is a short video on Ismael. From Ismael.
Hi there, my name is Ismael Ockets. The reason why I like horses so much and how they mean so much to me is that I love horses very much and my family love horses very much. I do not really work with my dad with the horse and cart. I only help my dad here at home with the horses if my dad brings a lot of work from the day of his job. My plans for leaving school is to work at Carter's Protection. I want to be an inspector by Carter's Protection. That is my plans for leaving school. I decided to go on this field is that we have horses all these years. My family we have horses all these years, and I want to keep it in our legacy, and I want to keep it on and on to my children and to my brother's children. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness, Marika. As you know, I absolutely love that young man, and I can see that his heart is really in the right place, and seeing him grow up over the past 4 years that we've been there has also been amazing to watch.
It has.
Yeah. Guys, our little mascot for this month is our gorgeous Applejack, who is the cutest, most animated poppet we have all fallen madly in love with. Here is a little video to tell you more about his amazing story. He almost was not meant to be.
In July 2018, Annabelle crept deep into everyone's hearts when, very pregnant, she developed colic. Because we didn't know how far along she was, we were unsure if there were complications with the birth or if it was stomach ache. Unresponsive to medicine, Annabelle was taken to Blue Cross Veterinary Hospital. With no options left and the pony in severe pain, we were leaning towards making a very hard decision. She had very little time left, but she used it, and to everyone's amazement, managed to pass the blockage on her own. After the colic cleared up, she recovered and was back to her old self soon enough. Less than a month later, she gave birth to Applejack with no complications whatsoever. He is currently the youngest horse at the Recovery and Rehabilitation Centre. Last year, he became friends with Perfect Timing, so when Annabelle was adopted, he wasn't sad for long. The two of them, Applejack and Perfect Timing, can often be seen cavorting around the paddock. Although Applejack is very special to everyone, it would be wonderful if he too could find a home of his own.
Sure, I remember that morning so well. We were so solemn in the office when we thought we might have to put down little Annabelle, but it turned out so well.
Absolutely. And I remember that day you and I went to the R&R and saw Perfect Timing and Applejack running around so happily.
Yes.
And as you said earlier on, Applejack and Perfect Timing are both up for adoption. Perfect Timing is an old boy who has had a tough life, but it didn't break his spirit. And as you can see with his interaction with Applejack, you can also go to our website and find a horse called Alice in Wonderland, Goose, Sir Lancelot, and Lady Laurie, and there's even a Scarlet in there, and so many more deserving souls looking for their forever homes. Guys, you must wonder how it is in our organization that we dedicate all our efforts to horses, that we have so many office cats. This little video shows why Batman, Sylvester, and Slinky Malinks are the lucky ones.
You may well wonder how it is that a welfare organization dedicated to horses ended up having 3 office cats. Well, we certainly didn't go looking for them. They found us. Being located next door to the Animal Anti-Cruelty League, it is a sad fact that sometimes people who came to dump their animals next door mistakenly leave them on our doorstep. The fact is, the cats mostly just show up in our yard, and we don't know where they come from. It mostly starts with someone coming into the office and loudly proclaiming, "We have a new cat!" Just like Karen did last week. Driving in, she spotted a diluted ginger running into the shed. Sylvester was visibly upset too, and clearly looking for the intruder as he came back with cobwebs all over his face. The next logical step was to make sure said kitty was fed, so we put out some food where he could find it. Over the next 2 days, although we didn't see him, we heard him mowing from the depths of the shed. Carl, once again early in the morning, saw Harry, as he named the cat, peering into the windows, but Harry dashed away before he could talk to him. This is when we called in the help of our neighbours and installed a trap. We didn't have to wait long. It was clear that Harry was not feral, but he was terrified. He was taken next door to be tested for feline AIDS and leukemia, but sadly he tested positive for both and was put to sleep. Had this not been the case, he would have been sterilised and allowed to live in the feed shed. Harry made an impression on all of us in the short while we knew him. He was clearly used to people and had once been loved, as he was obviously quite happy to be petted through the cage once he got over his fear. He will be remembered.
Oh my
If I'd
goodness,
remembered
Marika.
how sad I made that video, I wouldn't have put so much mascara on.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing and such a goodness, sorry, just an amazing tribute to Harry that we met so briefly. A sad story, but I hope this video will inspire people to spay, neuter, and geld. And this brings us to our blast from the past for this week. Although we are celebrating our youth this month, in animal welfare, there is a strong focus on sterilization, the prevention of youth. In June 2018, Lance and Ice were gelded at the Recovery and Rehabilitation Centre, as well as Jagan and Tiger in June 2019. The benefits of gelding stallions are that their behavior improves, are easier to handle, and it also improves their quality of life as they can stay in a herd without major issues. We started a gelding drive on Give and Gain, which for some reason did not gain much traction, but guys, we have a 70,000 rand target, and we need to sterilize those handsome stallions. I think we're still thinking about poor Harry.
Yeah. Before we go, I see that we have a special birthday girl online as well. Alison, we would really like to wish you a happy birthday today. Alison is one of our longest standing committee members, and it's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Alison.
Happy birthday.
And then just before we go, please remember to like and share with your friends, YouTube, Facebook, share it everywhere. And until next Wednesday, be safe and take care.